Firing.
Nice. Well done.
Oh, that's not mine. There's like 3 of them going.
Firing.
So welcome to your advanced AT course, which is technically 2 courses in one. I'm not going to go over the full name, which support lesson is, but basically it is Javelin and then Starstreak, which are technically 2 different lessons, but we roll them into one for the purpose of getting your advanced AT. First thing I'm going to be talking about is the Javelin. Now, with introduction, the Javelin is a fire-and-forget, man-portable, medium-range anti-tank weapon capable of defeating all known and current projected enemy armor and hovering helicopters. Yes, you can use it against air if you're particularly brave. It has an integrated day and night sight that allows tactical operations during both daylight and limited visibility conditions. It will consist of 2 main parts: the command launch unit, we will just refer to it as the clue, and the launch tube assembly. Right, I'm now nervously looking around just to make sure it doesn't die again. Going over some characteristics, or yeah, that's a better word for it, of the Javelin. So, a maximum range is going to be 2,500 meters. The minimum top attack distance, and you'll learn the difference later on, is 150 meters. And the minimum direct attack distance is 65 meters. And to cover the maximum range of 2,500 is approximately 18 seconds. Blast area is 25 meters with 525 mils either side of the axes. Best way to think.
Meters.
525. 25 meters. Sorry.
About to say 525 meters seems a bit excessive.
Very big rocket. No. Although I say backblast area, the Javelin is supposed to be a soft launch weapon system anyway, but whatever. That's probably just for safety's sake. So yeah, 25 meters, 525 mils either side of the axes. Best way to think of it is pretty much just a 90-degree angle, and plonk that at the rear of the weapon system. Lights in the command launch unit operate in both daytime and both black and white hot thermal sights. Survivability: because of the nature of the system, the firer only has to remain static to achieve a lock on target. He is no longer slave to the missile during its time of flight. This enables the gunner to immediately move position once the missile is fired. With its small size and low silhouette, the Javelin is very easy to conceal. The soft launch of the missile produces a very low sound and visual launch signature. The warhead has a charge designed to destroy ERA and a main charge. These, combined with the angle of attack, are capable of defeating any current or projected armor on the battlefield. Due to its thermal sights, it has a 24-hour capability in all roles of employment, aided by an enhanced third-generation thermal sight and a wide range of magnification in both thermal and normal view. With a few limitations is missile control. Once the missile has been launched, the gunner no longer has any control over it. The implications of this are that the identification and recognition of the targets need to be correct, as the missile cannot be deviated from the selected target or switched off once in flight. Important to note, in certain weather conditions, i.e. heavy rain or snow, the quality of any thermal picture will be diminished due to the displacement of electromagnetic radiation. This will affect the system's performance in a surveillance role and possibly obscure targets. So, the clue is the reusable component of the Javelin. It is equipped with a day sight and a day sight extender, night vision sight, and controls and indicators used during the Javelin operation. The day sight and extender enables the operator to conduct surveillance operations during the day in clear weather. Go over the launch tube. The launch tube houses the missile. It is a significant single piece, made of fiberglass. The launch tube protects the missile from the environment before the missile is launched. The live LTA has yellow and black bands to denote high explosive, which is yellow, and armor defeating, which is black. So before we actually move on to fire weapon, if you want to stand up, we'll grab a javelin clue from the box before you. Have a quick nose at the weapon system. Not the weapon system, the clue rather.
It's chunky.
It is very chunky, yes. Pressing B to bring it up to your face, you will note it obscures pretty much all of your vision. It is hilarious. So you'll click the right mouse button to bring the clue to the eye. This gives you a little bit of a zoomed field of view, which is something to take care of when you're using the clue, the javelin clue, is that when you're looking through it, your field of view to your left, to your right. Peripheral vision, I think that's the word. There you go. It's not like your average pair of binoculars, or where you can sort of look out of them. Once you're in, you're very much in. You need to be aware of your surroundings. You can toggle the vision modes by pressing N. Start with your daytime sight, as well as a white hot and a black hot thermal vision. Everyone following so far? Right, to zoom in and out, you'll press numpad plus and minus. If you don't have a numpad, I'm sorry.
Use your mouse.
You can, there's probably control and scroll or something, but yeah, numpad plus and minus.
You can't just hold right click.
You can, but that is not adjustable. That is max zoom or nothing. Like if you do the plus and minus thing, you can sort of dial it in terms of your wide field of view, which is zoomed all the way out, and your narrow field of view, which is all the way in. Like for instance, I can zoom in all the way on Tuggins, whatever the fuck that is on his chest plate. Not chest plate.
Zoom in all the way on your beard and I can count the individual hairs.
There you go. It's characteristics like this that make the Javelin the second best piece of iStar equipment that is available on the ground. Is beaten only in terms of zoom and thermal capabilities by, I think, the soft flan, but that is it. But very few people actually carry them for very good reasons. You'll follow me out here. I'll actually go through the procedure for finding the job. So before you all do, if you want to have a nose in the container, which I hope is still there, it is. There you go. Grab yourself a javelin tube. Ignore the star streaks. They are for later.
Oh, 42.
Yes, you are fat with this javelin.
I'm going to go 40.
Yes.
How much do I weigh? I'm 42. Yeah.
I'm 36.
I'm
Hello, I'm back.
Do 4. Right, sorry. I want to grab a tube out of the box. Grab a clue. I've got one.
There's a clue in there as well.
Yep, so characteristic number. No, Alan.
Hey Smith, did you say if you haven't got a clue?
Give me ketchup.
So, if you'll follow me, we will all proceed.
I ready to figure it out.
If I could have one demonstrate. Of course, it's no. Klein or Tuggins.
Pick me, pick me, pick me.
Fine.
I'm not black, so therefore I should.
We just have some 4IB sensitivity training or something.
Smith, that's my
don't
fault.
think
I
it needs
should
to be
have
4IB
known
one.
better. I'll stand back here where I belong.
Just needs
Right,
to be
FaceTime range for me, mate.
specifically targeted to clients.
So,
I don't know what it is with me today.
there are 3 extra things you can now do. Now that you have the javelin tube on your back. So if you want to press B to bring up the clue for me, Klein. This is for everyone, but I'm just demonstrating with Klein. So what I'm actually going to do is just go over the firing procedure now, because that would make it a lot easier. So the average javelin is a crew-served weapon consisting of the operator, which in this case is Klein, and the controller. For the purpose of that, this will be me. What you'll hear, either from the IC or the DET IC, the detachment IC, or the controller being myself, is the command of round action. On hearing that, you can assemble your javelin. You can do it for your ace interact, but little hint, the hotkey is Control and B. Want to do that now, Klein? When you get the order of ground action, you say prepping. When you are prepped, you will give the message of prepped. What will then happen?
Prepped.
I will swap to my vectors because I find that a bit easier. Right. What will then happen typically? This is the point where Evan puts the earplugs in because I forgot. The controller will then call out the target, usually done in terms of bearing and range. So if I pick something that we're going to shoot at,
A BMP down there.
I get right next to you, just so we're on the same bearing. So if I say target is BTR, bearing 8.5, range 750 meters, reference construction building. Do you see that?
Yep. See.
Yep. So you will actively then look for that target. You can use the day sight or the thermal sight, or either the thermal sights. Then once you are done, you'll report that you have a lock. You do that by holding tab. You have to make sure that you're in thermal sights to get a lock.
Have a lock.
Lovely. And once you have a lock, typically we'll then do get the order of check backblast. That is something that you do not do because you need to maintain that lock. You need to be sure that that BTR or whatever is not going to bugger off and drive away. So the check backblast is done by your controller, which is myself. I will then give the order of backblast not clear. If everyone wants to clear out the way, I do not know how big the backblast is. Or there is a daredevil. Yeah. I just want to be safe. So yeah, backblast clear, fire when ready, and it's a simple left click.
You want direct or top attack?
Oh, that's a good thing. Here you go. Sorry, Klein. Once you're assembled on the javelin, it is Control and Tab to swap between the two different types of fire. You have a direct attack and a top attack. There should be a little indication. I think it is in the top right.
You can also, yeah, but you can also just press F to cycle for the fire mode.
Yeah, but there is a visual indication within the clue that tells you in what sort of a mode you're in. I think it's direct and top. It's weird.
Yes, it's
Along
on
the right-hand side, it says top or direct, and it's whichever one's highlighted in green with the circle.
Yeah, let's go with a top attack.
Okay.
If everyone wants to observe the missile in flight, then you'll see how the trajectory changes for top attack. So fire when ready.
Firing.
It will go up and it will hopefully deal with the target.
Bonk.
Yeah, that is. Yep, it's spoken. It's probably going to click off in a minute.
Target disabled.
You would then Control B to disassemble your javelin. What would then happen if I was a good controller? I would then leave a fresh tube behind you, so you can immediately pick that up and then reassemble again if needed to. So, say for instance we hit a tank and it wasn't quite destroyed, you would quickly reassemble again and re-engage. Is that all clear on the firing procedure for everyone?
Mhm.
Lovely, both from the perspective of the controller and the operator. Sort of what responsibilities each person has in the javelin pair.
Yes.
Lovely. Now, if you want to pair off, so everyone picks their favourites.
Go on, Pat.
I was wondering if you were coming here. What I my shadow.
I think I have there are 4 sandbags. If you want to pair off, There are many things spawned out to the northeast and the east.
Fire.
You can all
Fire
engage
yourself,
at your own leisure.
You do not know the
I beat you by
power
ranked though.
of the dark side.
There's one all the way over there. There are 4 samples.
Come on, Lord. I'll cry now.
I'll let you shoot first.
Alright. What have we got?
What I'm going to be checking for is that you're all going through the procedure properly. You're calling out the targets, you're doing your backblast and all that jazz. I'll keep an eye on all of you.
Right, what would you like to hit? Do you want to hit something meaty or something not too meaty?
I want to hit something meaty.
You want to hit something meaty? Let's find you something meaty to hit.
Bearing 100.
I think it's just... Oh,
Oh, I see something.
Next to village.
I see that
think,
BMP. BTR.
There's a tank hidden away.
Baron.
90 inside the courtyard.
090 courtyard.
092.
You sure it's a
Yeah.
tank? You sure it's not a BTR 60?
I'm pretty sure that's a T's. DA
Yeah, so the command of
72
ground
or
action is
something like
given.
that. Don't remember.
Maybe you've got eyes on something I haven't.
Prepping and then prepped.
Coming above.
It's in between 2 trees. 090 or 092 rather.
We already called that out. That's just that.
Confirm there.
So Alex
Yep.
then hunts for
That's a
thermal
BTR 60 in the actual ground.
Oh, you mean the one behind the wall?
Oh, eyes on.
Oh yeah, it's further. It's higher up than that.
Eyes on.
Higher up in the village.
Yep, eyes on. Yep, that's your tank, right? Ground action. You're assembling your
Right.
80 090 at approximate range of 1,036 meters. 1 times BNT behind low rock wall.
Yep. So you'll say backblast clear.
Nice on.
Fire and ready.
Right.
Sure
Captain rather.
I love these.
There we go.
You prepped?
Block 3, channel 3.
Right, target. 090
already guessed
1,000
that was on that
meters.
list,
1
but
times
Yeah.
T60.
And it's quite Klein.
4.8 behind low
Fresh
rock
two
wall.
behind him if you wanted to re-engage, but you two just can swap if you want.
Yep. Prepped lock.
As long as you both have practice.
Right, I'm going
on
to check
both
your black
walls.
blast. Your back
And
blast
there are
is
plenty
clear.
of spare
Fire
tubes
when
in
ready.
the container.
Fire it.
Target boss.
Nice.
Hey.
Well done. How'd that feel?
Very fun.
Feel powerful?
Yeah. I
Right.
always run from those things, and now I can destroy them from any range.
Ready when you are.
Yep. Let's find you something. That's still alive out there.
Target, bearing 77. Range unknown. Reference construction
There are some particularly juicy targets out there.
BTR. Bearing
Oh, I see something.
77.
What's that?
The engines are off, they might be a bit tricky to spot, but they should have at least some thermal signature.
Is the
I see another tank out there.
Yeah, to direct to 080 by chance.
No, this
Oh.
one is 069
Well, prepping.
off in the tree line. About 1,000.
090 tree line.
069.
069.
1,300 meters in the tree line.
1,300 meters in the tree line.
Yeah, the back. Good job.
Cannon.
Right. City.
Got BTR 60s out there. BTR
Oh, man, I
60s.
love these.
No eyes on tank.
Let's see here. What else is nearby it? So if you reference the town,
Reference town. BTR 60 on the edge of town to the southwest of the town.
Nothing.
I don't see that. Oh, I think I see that. It's higher up again. So just above the T's,
Eyes on, I
just
think.
above the T's.
Roger.
BTR 60.
Yeah, 060. It's on the main road, about to the northeast of the main road by 100 meters, just on the edge of the tree line, and you've got a yellow stop sign to the left of it in frame.
Yep, that's the one.
Eyes on. Prepped.
Right,
Firing.
picking back blast. Back blast is clear. Fire and ready.
Yeah, fuck that.
Nice pile of tubes.
Lock. Check backblast.
Checking backblast. And backblast is clear.
Rocket, rocket, rocket.
Hit.
Hit.
It's only a T-55, so they're very easy to destroy. I thought it was a T-80. Oh.
Unassembling.
So,
Unassembled.
general little bits of sort of improvement. Remember the procedure.
Right.
First command is going to be ground action. Follow it and call out the target. Operator will report the lock. Once they've confirmed the lock, that is the point where
Target.
the controller will just check the backblast anyway. They don't need to be asked or told for it. They'll just check the backblast and they'll then say backblast clear, fire when ready.
Target tag.
Alright, yeah.
Scene.
Having that. Good job. We'll swap.
Backblast close.
Ground action.
Not clear. Backblast clear. Fire when ready.
Firing.
Doing backblast.
Do you want top or direct?
Backblast clear. We're going to do a
And
top-down
it's cooking.
attack.
Perfect.
Alright.
Ground action.
Assembly.
Smith. Oh wait, no, not there. Not yes. You fired these without a lock.
Prep.
Yes, I'm going to tell you how though.
Target. Oh, that one's just been destroyed. I was going to get you to the nice tank, but it's gone. Let's just pick something out there quick.
Yeah. We'll try the direct fire as well.
Yeah.
You can. As long as there is a heat signature in it.
Oh, that's gone as well. Right, it's going to have to be a BTR.
Yeah,
Target. Northeast, bearing 059. Range to target. You're looking at 1,058 meters. BTR 60 in the open field.
Yeah.
059.
049.
Oh, ISR. And locked.
Checking your backblast.
Okay.
Backblast area clear. Fire when ready.
I'm gonna have you shoot at a rock.
Rocket, rocket.
The sound, I love it so much.
Good hit.
I got worried for a second because I was just direct hit, but I didn't see the missile. I was like, where did that go?
Roughly 1,000 meters behind the tree.
Alright,
Target.
ground action.
BTR
Prepping.
077, roughly 800 meters behind the tree.
Prepped.
Alright, target
Backlist clear. Fire when ready.
BTR 60 at
Oh.
70 or 76. A tree by the main road, approximately 500. Wait, is that about to die?
Hey, that's the wrong target.
Okay, 600 meters.
Yes, there was a target before.
Eyes
that,
on.
In front of the tree. Ah, well, I should have specified.
Locking.
Maybe I'll chop one a bit.
Lock.
Alright, checking backblast. Backblast is clear.
Rocket. Rocket. Rocket.
He's dead.
And disassembling.
Very nice.
I'll run and get you another tube so you can shoot some more stuff.
Yeah, might as well while we wait.
I know you wanted to.
putting it out there.
Give me a minute.
Oh, hang on, no, wait, no, this is later. Okay, fair enough.
Ground
Alright.
action.
Oh,
Hit me, Scotty.
prep.
Target
Ground action.
099
Yeah.
1000 meters. 1 times BMP 1 to the left of destroyed rock wall.
Okay, prepping. What kind of tank is it actually?
Target, BMP, bearing.
099.
Range,
Okay, I got it, yeah.
700 meters.
Backblast clear.
Blocking.
Yeah, you're correct. I can't see it.
Backblast.
Checking
clear.
backblast.
Early.
Backblast area clear. Fire ready.
Rocket. Oh, that's not mine. There's like 3 of them going for it. It's super dead. Disassembling. And all good.
Nice pile of tubes.
Alright, ground action.
Weapon.
Yeah.
Prepped.
Basically, just catching the stand on top of it.
Target at
Yeah.
083.
Man, I wish like an E.
BMP 2 next to construction site.
Ground action. Ground action.
Eyes on.
About 750 meters.
Locking. Lock.
Prep.
Taking backblast.
Bearing 85.
Backblast is clear.
BMP 1 in a bit.
Rocket.
Back clear.
And he's dead.
Lovely. Disassembling. You okay there, Larson?
Yuck.
I see it.
Go.
Control B not work.
Block.
Backblast not clear.
Find a way.
Back was clear. Fire ready.
Firing.
Nice. There we go.
Now on to the surprise part, which is clearing up after. No, I'm joking. Anyone who's left a mess has automatically failed. No, I'm joking. Right, so congrats. All that is the javelin part done. Mr. Allen has had to go. That is fine. Be as fast on the javelin portion. A little summing up is just to remember the proper firing procedure. The command of ground action is given. Operator announces prepping and prepped. Only once they're prepped do then call out the target. They call out the target typically with a bearing and a range if appropriate. They'll then announce when they have a look. When they do that, you check their backblast, say backblast clear, and fire when ready. Nice and easy. I think you're all hitting the right words in one form or another, just to make sure you get them in the right order. But other than that, you all did a lovely job. Plenty of BMPs and BTRs destroyed.
And tanks.
55s, yes. In the majority of them, they are dead, just with damage models and yuckiness. They're not properly blown up, sadly.
Oh, hit a tank twice.
Yeah. With one of the things that Ace has done, you're now more likely to actually just kill the crew inside of the vehicle as opposed to directly blowing it up. That's something to be bearing in mind, not just for javelins, for ILORs and MLORs as well. But if you want to follow me back into... Oh, I will back up into the wall.